Welcome back to News in Full. President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi received on Thursday the Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Slovenia for talks that address ways to enhance bilateral ties. The President praised the remarkable development witnessed in bilateral relations with Slovenia recently and highlighted the pivotal role played by the parliamentary institutions of both countries in strengthening their cooperation.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi commended the Slovenian stance supporting the Palestinian people's rights, which embodied in its declaration recognizing the Palestinian state. President el-Sisi also stressed that the establishment of the Palestinian state on the borders of the June 4, 1967, with East Jerusalem as its capital, is the sole guarantee to achieving permanent peace and stability in the region. The head of state's remarks came during this meeting with the Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Slovenia. During the meeting, President el-Sisi has also reviewed Egypt's vision on efforts to resume the ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, detainees and prisoners exchange, and ensuring the delivery of sufficient humanitarian aid to the Strip. For her part, Speaker of the National Assembly of the Republic of Slovenia affirmed her country's support and appreciation for the Egyptian stance, emphasizing Slovenia's rejection of the displacement of Palestinians from their land. Presidential spokesman Mohammed el-Shenawi stated that the meeting addressed ways to enhance cooperation between Egypt and Slovenia. During the meeting, President el-Sisi praised the remarkable development witnessed in bilateral relations, recently highlighting the pivotal role played by the parliamentary institutions of both countries in strengthening their cooperation. The meeting was attended by Speaker of the House of Representatives Hanafi Gebeli, who had earlier met with the Slovenian official.
Also on Thursday, President el-Sisi received Arab Parliament Speaker Mohammed al-Yamahi in a meeting which was attended by Parliament Speaker Hanafi Gebeli. Presidential spokesman Mohammed al-Shenawi said that President el-Sisi expressed his appreciation for efforts exerted by the Arab Parliament and its role in achieving Arab people's interests and enhancing inter-Arab ties with the aim of serving joint Arab actions targets. The President further expressed Egypt's full support to the Arab Parliament, notably amid unprecedented circumstances witnessed in the Arab world, which necessitate collaboration in maintaining Arab countries' capabilities and achieving the Arab people's interests. Also on Thursday, the President held phone talks with his Rwandan counterpart, Paul Kagame. During the phone conversation, the two leaders probed bilateral ties, especially in economic fields, in addition to their cooperation for the sake of achieving joint interests of all Nile Basin countries. They also discussed means to settle the situation in Central Africa, especially in Eastern Congo Strip. In this respect, President el-Sisi expressed Egypt's keenness to offer its full support to all regional and international efforts that aim to realize peace in the region and reach a peaceful settlement in this continent. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Egyptian expatriates Badr Abdel Ati held talks with Algerian President Abdelmajid Tebboune on Thursday, during which he handed him a message from President el-Sisi. During the meeting with Algerian Minister of Energy, Mines and Renewable Energy, the top diplomat stressed the significance of implementing the two presidents' vision regarding activating mutual economic and investment cooperation. Abdel Ati said he was looking forward to holding the second meeting of the joint Egyptian-Algerian Businessmen Council to foster cooperation between the two sides during the upcoming stage. The two ministers discussed means to bolster bilateral relations, with Minister Abdel Ati expressing Egyptian companies' will to support developmental projects in Algeria, thanks to its big experience in carrying out developmental and infrastructure projects. They further reviewed Egyptian companies' successful experience in various countries throughout the previous years, stressing the significance of finalizing bilateral projects and initiatives in various domains and broadening investment opportunities. Separately, Minister Abdul Ati met with Algerian Minister of Industry, Saifi Gharib, to discuss means of enhancing bilateral relations in various domains, including the industrial sector. They also discussed ways of boosting weaving industries and expanding the partnership between the private and public firms of Egypt and Algeria in this field. The Central Bank of Egypt, the CBE, on Thursday cut rates for the first time in 5 years. The CBE's Monetary Committee decreased rates by 225 basis points. Deposit and lending rates now stand at 25% and 27% respectively, and that's down from 27.25 and 28.25%. The central bank further said that overall and basic inflation rates dropped to 13.6% and 9.4% respectively in March of 2025. It indicated that these numbers are considered the lowest over a 3-year span. Suez Canal economic revenues increased by 40% by the end of the third quarter of the current fiscal year. The Board of Directors of the General Authority for the Suez Canal Economic Zone had reviewed the financial indicators and the authority's promotional position until the end of the third quarter of the current fiscal year 24-25, in addition to approving 5 new projects in Al-Qantara West and East Al-Ismailiyah. A statement issued by the Suez Canal Economic Zone stated that the Board of Directors discussed the most prominent features of the authority's financial position for the current fiscal year 24-25 from July 24 to the end of March 25. The authority achieved total revenues of 806 billion Egyptian pounds, a 40% increase over the same period of the previous fiscal year. The revenue growth rate over the budget expectations for the same period amounted to about 10%. Deputy Prime Minister for Industrial Development, Minister of Industry and Transport Kamil El-Wazir, and Saudi Minister of Transport and Logistic Services Saleh bin Nasser Al-Jasir inspected on Thursday NEOM project in the northwest region of Saudi Arabia. The project aims at achieving goals of the 2030 Sustainable Development Vision to develop and increase the kingdom's economic growth. The minister's current visit to Saudi Arabia comes within the framework of Egypt's and Saudi Arabia's 2030 development vision that opens wider horizons for integration based on the two countries' strategic partnerships in several domains over the upcoming periods. Egypt's stock market indices rose on Thursday, bolstered by purchasing operations by Arab and foreign investors. The main EGX 30 index gained 0.1%. The small and medium EGX 70 index added 0.76%. And the more expanded EGX 100 index added 0.44%. Overall transactions and dealings within the session, Egyptian pounds.